In this video, I'll review and update my Endowus Robo Portfolio after a period of 10 months. My purpose is to show you what have I invested in and also put my money where my mouth is so that you can decide for yourself whether you want to invest in Endowus as well. Hey guys, welcome back to Honey Money SG, and in this channel we are all about building financial knowledge, share money saving hacks, and also help you lead a fulfilling quality of life. Alright, for the people who are new to my channel, this is already my 5th Endowus portfolio update, and you can look at my previous portfolio updates in this playlist as well as the suggested videos on the right of the YouTube column. So let's cut the chase and go back to my August portfolio update, and I'll show you how have we progressed from there. Alright, if we look at my August portfolio, you can see that my total investment value at that point in time was around 24,000 Singapore dollars, and the total net gain was around 2.1 thousand Singapore dollars, which is not bad, right? At around 9% gain on the portfolio in less than a year. But that was because the S&P 500 was actually at an all-time high during that time, and from August to this current period, which is October, we actually see quite a few corrections in the S&P 500 index as well as the individual stocks. And at that point in time, I actually have two portfolios with Endowus. One is my SRS investing, which I invested in the general investing, where Endowus will choose their preferred portfolios based on my risk profile and my expected returns. And for my CPF portfolio, it was just a single fund in the FundSmart S&P 500, where I have chosen Lion Global Infinity US 500, which tracks the S&P 500 index. And then after that portfolio update video, I made a separate video documenting why did I sell off my Endowus portfolios, which is right here at this corner. You can go and take a look. But basically, Endowus actually introduced the single FundSmart fee, which is lowered to 0.3% per annum. So I needed to take advantage of that. So with that video, I sold off all my SRS portfolios under general investing, and then I channeled the funds into two investment portfolios. One of which being MoneyOwl, which you can look at this video over here where I started my MoneyOwl investing journey. While the remaining, I'll channel it into the FundSmart single fund, which charges 0.3% per annum, and I chose to invest all in the Dimensional Global Core Equity Fund. So that was it between the August portfolio update and the current month update, what are the changes I've made. And now let's take a look at what happened between September to October and how my portfolio has done over these past 2 months. Let's go. Alright guys, so welcome to my Endowus dashboard. So over here you can see my investment value of $21,431, right? So compared to what I have in August, so that's the difference that I had. And then you can see the gain or loss being 2493.66, so close to 2.5k gain. But ignore the 13%, right? Because I had changes in my Endowus portfolio, so that's not an accurate percentage gain. Previously, I believe I was at around 2.1k gain, so now it has gained to 2.5k, so not too bad, right? Absolute gain is around $300. Percentage gain wise is a bit ambiguous because I had taken out some money out of my Endowus portfolio before. And what did I take out? You can see here in the August, right? I sold off some of my Endowus portfolio, in fact quite a huge chunk, right? I took out around close to 16k. You see this 15.9k of redemption, right? I sold it off my entire SRS portfolio because I wanted to focus on the Endowus FundSmart for the 0.3% fee, right? And also at the same time, I also took like $10,000 to invest in MoneyOwl. So that's why you see this big drop over here. And what was this gain up from this, right? Is I put in money back, right? Because I sold my SRS portfolio, but I need to put it back in a FundSmart single fund portfolio. So that's around like 6.9k. You can see here 17 August, I put it back 6.9k in a single FundSmart, which was Dimensional Global Core Equity. So that's 100% single fund. And then the rest of the 10k, I put it in MoneyOwl, right? Which I did it in my other MoneyOwl video. And then I continue with my SRS monthly DCA, as well as the CPF monthly contribution of 1k into my Lion Global Infinity US 500 S&P 500 Index Unit Trust. And then why is there a huge injection here again? And that's because I tried out the CashSmart Ultra portfolio, which is supposed to give you around 2% expected return, but it's not risk-free. It has a lot of China fixed income bonds or unit trusts inside. And we know what happened in September, right? Evergrande crisis wiped out a lot of that gain. So I think I don't want to invest in Cashmart Ultra as well, because like I mentioned in my Sep portfolio review video as well, all these cash strategies, right? Cash management strategies really is quite waste time one, because after all the work you do, you only get back like 1 to 2%, and you also have risk to lose some of your capital. So it's really not as stable as you think it is. I rather we focus some energy on credit card hacking rewards, right? At least you can gain some 5% cashback absolute gain, you know. So really do look out for my credit card videos for that, but that's not the context of this video. That's why you see here I also sold out my Cashmart Ultra with a loss, of course, and then I continued with my SRS and CPF monthly injections. That's the DCA amount that I do every month. So let's look at my goals, my CPF S&P 500 honey money goal, as well as my SRS dimensional honey money goal. Okay, so not sure if y'all can remember, for my CPF, I do like $1,000 every month. Using my CPF OA from the contribution, right, I invest $1,000 into the Lion Global Infinity US 500, which tracks the S&P 500 index. Okay, so if you go to my Honey Money Portfolio S&P 500, the absolute gain is around $759 or 7% gain. Okay, and if you look at the portfolio, I only have one item here, which is Lion Global Infinity US 500 Stock Index Fund. Okay, 100% of it, so that's why my fund level fees after rebates is around 0.4%, and then add in the Endowus excess fee, right, which is 0.3% for single fund. My total expense ratio is around 0.7%. So my top 10 holdings will track closely to the S&P 500, so biggest company being Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Tesla. And then if you scroll down bottom, you have a growth projection. So right now we are at around 2021. So we see by December 2021, we should expect like 15.3k Singapore dollars for my Endowus CPF portfolio, because I monthly will inject $1,000 of my OA here, right? So then if everything works out well in a 25% top performance, I will get 15.3k. But if it's just a medium performance, then I think 14.7k is the medium performance. Not sure how it will pan out. Right now we are at the end of October, and then over here you can see my monthly DCA plan, right? So after I get like my CPF contribution, I just do a monthly automatic DCA of $1,000. That's what I did. So you can set this up in your Endowus platform as well. So let's go back to my SRS portfolio. Okay, so my SRS investment value is around 9972. Absolute gain is around $105. Only gain like 1%. And I can tell you, because of the August-September market correction, right? Because of Evergrande, because of China, because of inflation fears as well. So you don't see that growing very much. In fact, I think in September, my SRS portfolio was actually at a loss, but they cannot show it here. But that's okay. Let's see what's in my portfolio. Okay, I believe you all have followed the channel long enough, you all will know that I use my SRS to only invest 100% into Dimensional Global Core Equity Fund. And why this fund is because it really invests in the developed markets only. There's another fund called Dimensional World Equity Fund. That's like the total stock index fund. Okay, but I only want to focus on developed markets. So these are your first world countries like the US, your Europe, where the markets are more developed than those emerging economies. And it also has a very low fund level fees, right? Because after the rebates, which is 0, you still get like 0.26% fund level fees. So we add the 0.3% of FundSmart single fund expense ratio, 0.3 plus 0.26, my total expense ratio is around 0.56%. Okay, top 10 holdings wise, Apple will still be at the top because it's a global core equity, right? That means it takes all your world developed markets, the top few firms, and Apple being the biggest firm by market cap, it will still be the top. Okay, it will be very similar to what I have in the S&P 500 index. There will be some overlap for sure, but you can see that just now Apple was much higher than this 3%, right? Because S&P 500 focus on US firms only, and this is like the world index funds. So that's why you see Apple and Microsoft, all the tech firms actually have a much smaller percentage because there are more companies in this Dimensional Global Core Equity Fund. Okay, let's go back and see my SRS investment plan. So SRS, like I mentioned before, I monthly DCA every month $1,275. So why $1,275 is because it's just 15.3k divided by 12. Now 15.3k is your SRS limit for locals and PRs. So if you take like 15.3k divided by 12, you get $1,275, and that is the max that you can contribute to your SRS for tax relief. But if you really want to learn more about tax relief, right, for SRS, I recommend you to watch this video, which I done up for SRS as well. That's where I talk about Endowus and MoneyOwl to help you invest your SRS, and there are some bonuses, right, if you sign up with them. Yeah, so that's about it. You can see there's an excess fee deduction every end of the quarter, 1 month after the end of the quarter. And why is it 0 is because I have excess fee credits, right? So once you use like my referral code, which I provide in my pinned comment, then you'll gain some excess fee that can help you deduct the expense ratio fees for investing it with Endowus. That's why I'm charged almost 0. But one more thing I want to let y'all know, that this percentage gain or loss is quite inaccurate, because once you take out some money from your Endowus portfolio, it will actually increase your percentage gain, because now your total invested amount is lesser, right? So let's say last time I invested like 20k, but I took out $2,000, so it reduced to 18k, right? Suddenly your percentage gain will increase. So this number is really not accurate, but your absolute gain is of course accurate, because that's what you already realized or unrealized. So last time I had 2.1k, now I am close to 2.5k, which I'm really grateful for. If you remember in my earlier days of doing YouTube, I expect Endowus to only give me like 7% annual return. So whatever returns that I had now, really quite grateful. At least the market was in my favor, even though we had a few volatile months this year in 2021. So whether Endowus is good for you or not, I cannot answer, but it was good for me because of the time that I started. Okay, and of course, if you go to the rewards section, for those who are new, you can refer your friends using your own referral link. But if you want to use my referral link, it's in the pinned comments. And then once you refer people, they will be shown in this referral history. Okay, so whoever you have referred, that will be good. Thank you for all those who have used my referral link. I hope you all enjoy that $20 excess fee credits that you can deduct it from your investment. And with all that said, I still think Endowus is really good, right? Because they have such a good and comprehensive platform to show you what are they doing and what are the things that you can do with it. And there are also a lot of model asset allocations that you can look at. So like core, ESG, all these you can play around with your own Endowus platform, which I think is a lot more sophisticated than other robo advisors. So I hope that you have enjoyed my portfolio sharing. I hope it's really transparent for you to make the same decisions for yourself and not just follow my style, because I am not giving financial advice to you. I'm just sharing what I have, right? So if you think you have gained value from my sharing, just type a thank you in the comments. I'll greatly appreciate it, and let's get back to the video. Alright, so there you have it, my Endowus portfolio update after 10 months, and also after the portfolio changes that I have taken and documented in my channel. And if you're considering to invest with Endowus, either by CPF, SRS or cash, then you may use my referral links below. Now I have 2 referral links. One of them is the SRS, which I talked about in my earlier video, where if you invest using SRS above the amount of $5,000, you'll get additional cash incentives. But if you're not using SRS to invest in Endowus, then I'll prefer that you use the other referral link, because you'll get all your excess fees waived until 31st of December, which means they are managing it free for you. Now, whichever link you have chosen to apply for, I must disclose that I earn a small fee from Endowus for referring new customers to them. So I hope you have gained some value in this Endowus portfolio sharing and update. And if you enjoyed that video, please remember to like this video at the bottom. It just takes 1 second of your time, and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't. Also join us at our community Telegram group at this link here, where we discuss more about personal finance and investing. My name is Christopher. This is Honey Money SG, steering young adults to financial independence.